Thanks for completing this questionnaire for me. Just looking at your scores, you've got 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So that puts you in the high risk category for alcohol causing harm to your health and well-being. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't drink every day. I didn't think it was causing me any harm.
Yeah. So not everyone who has harm from alcohol is a daily drinker. Alcohol can cause harm without that being the pattern that people are drinking it. The Australian guidelines for drinking are only 2 standard drinks a day to avoid lifetime risk, and no more than 4 standard drinks in a day to avoid the immediate short-term risk. And so you can see that you're above those recommendations.
Well, I actually only pour 4,
Yeah.
but that's an entire bottle. So
Yeah, so not many people would have a standard drink when drinking wine. You're not alone with having more than 1 standard drink in your glass. But it's useful to be able to count it and get an idea as to how it compares to what's recommended and where other people might be drinking at too. So with having all this information, it's up to you where you go with that as to what choices you make, as to how you feel about it, because it's your decision. Obviously, when you walk out the door, it's going to be you who decides what you drink and how much and how often.
yeah, it's pretty shocking. I find alcohol relaxes me and helps me. It's my reward for the end of the week.
Yeah.
It helps my stress levels.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would find that alcohol is a good way of trying to bring stress down, but unfortunately it also does cause some harms. Some things you probably already know about, like hangovers or having an accident, hurting yourself, and possibly saying things that you wouldn't say otherwise that then could cause problems in your relationship.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that now. So, but I'm not ready to. I don't think I can stop. That scares me.
Yeah. Well, there's a number of ways you might be able to make some changes. We've got some ideas just over the page here that you might be able to have a look at now and see if any of those sound like that you could see yourself doing.
Yeah, making any big changes I think would be really hard right now, but
Yeah, big changes are hard. I think it's often spoken of that way, but you might be able to look at some small changes that you might find that do look achievable.
yeah, setting a limit on how many drinks. I guess I've been in the habit of buying a couple of bottles of wine lately.
Yeah, so buying 2 bottles is what you've been doing lately, and you think you might be able to make some changes there.
Yeah. I think I could possibly set a limit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really hard, I'm in the habit of doing it, and
Yeah.
I just finish on a Friday and go to the bottle-o and
Yeah.
buy 2 bottles.
Yeah. So can you think back to a time when you didn't do that, when you didn't drink the 2 bottles on a Friday?
Yeah, I guess when money was a bit tighter.
Yeah. So would that be something that you might be able to build on? Would be maybe spending the money on something else besides the wine, having something else to enjoy?
Yeah, I really have been wanting to take the kids to the coast, for the weekend.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that would fit in nicely, wouldn't it? The money you'd save on the wine, and then having the clear head the next day to get up and do that. Yeah. Yeah, so that all sounds really good. So you've been able to do that before, and I also think it's a good sign that you've been able to sit down and be open to talking about your drinking like this. I think that shows someone who's ready to reflect on how they're doing things and in a good space to be able to try and do things differently.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think you've got some good ideas there to build on.
Okay.